Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Tom Chantry.
an inmate at Yavapai County Sheriff's Office. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. If you would like, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Judy. How you doing?
Okay, how you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
It's good to hear from you.
Oh, good. I'm just calling because I think it's been a little while. I can't remember when we talked. So.
Yeah.
But nothing happening.
Okay.
Things are going fine. I'm just really calling to touch base, but without a whole lot to tell you.
Yeah. Well, I started my new job this week, so that's
okay.
new.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems okay.
All right.
Seems okay. So, that's new. You doing any? Are you doing any writing?
I am. Yeah, I'm writing.
Okay.
One of the things that I came up with to do, the church that Karen and the boys are at now, they don't have an evening service. They've had that their whole life. They're kind of at loose ends on Sundays now.
Mhm.
And I discovered that when I was back that was kind of bothersome to everybody. So what I started doing was writing a sermon series and mailing it back to Karen.
Mhm.
And I started something that could wind up taking a couple of years. So,
Mhm.
I figure it's a way for me to be kind of involved with them that way.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm doing that, and I'm also writing a few other things. I wrote something that I also taught in the Bible study here, but then the last thing that I was working on before I was released, I had set aside the outline of it marked to where I was. I was a little bit more than a third of the way through it, and we figured we would take a shot at having Karen mail it back into me, and it actually made it through.
Oh, wow.
So
Great.
I picked up and started writing. I started that project, or restarted that project this morning, kind of in the middle. So
Okay.
yeah, so I'm
Okay.
writing. I'm writing. I'm teaching a Bible study, preaching on Sundays. I'm doing all of those things that I was doing. So I should say most of the things that I was doing. There's still some things that I'm just having a hard time getting going on.
Okay.
But I think the big things that I was doing, I'm still doing, and it's going well. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very weird trying to adjust myself mentally to what's happened and where I am, mentally and emotionally. And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just can't. I haven't really found. I really haven't found peace with it at all. So that's a part of it. It's also exceedingly strange being here right now, because all of my time in jail before has been, when is the time to contact my attorney? What is the next date? How are we moving forward? Where are we going? There's nothing now. There's just absolutely nothing. To me, it's really just, there are court dates, but it's purely now just a question of when do I get moved from one facility to another, and that's all that remains. So it's kind of a, it's a different. There's
it's
almost
different.
There's a mental lethargy that comes in this situation. And,
Sure. And well, one of the things, I don't think you said it to me. You must have said it to somebody else, but you must have made the comment that we were thinking about everything completely wrong, both spiritually and legally.
I don't remember making the comment. I think
people
have said that to me.
Okay. Never mind.
I personally, I think legally we were looking at it exactly right. This was an illegal verdict.
Of course, yeah.
And but we had it nailed. And Ryan said partway through, if the jury at all takes the burden of proof seriously, you're going to be acquitted. But if they act on emotion and say, we don't like this guy, then you're going to be convicted. We knew that was a possibility all the way through.
Yeah.
When we were called back in for the verdict, I knew I was guilty.
Yeah,
Because
it was
too fast.
It was too fast.
It was too fast, and so
Yep.
I knew, okay, they've ruled on a motion. This is it. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that when we got called back in. So it's you know, I don't know, Judy.
Yep.
I think legally, I don't think there was anything that we perceived incorrectly.
Okay.
There are things that I would have done differently in closing than Ryan did, but I don't think they made that much of a difference.
No.
And so, here we are. It's an illegal situation. If the judge were anything other than a legal robot, he could fix this, but he's not going to.
He's not going to. No,
he's incapable of being original or having any imagination in how he approaches things, and so we are where we are. That's just that's reality.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, I'm fascinated by the fact that you've been able to get letters from multiple people through. I was so shocked when Becky told me that.
That I was able to get what? Letters
from multiple people into one envelope and out.
Oh, I've done that. I've done that in the past as well. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah,
I'm fascinated. I thought that there would be no way to do that.
Nope.
Okay.
You've got a certain number of pages. We've all kind of figured out how many pages will go in an envelope, and that's just postal.
Yeah. Right.
No, I mean the jail just basically looks over everything to make sure there's nothing in there except written material. And if they have certain orders, some stuff they read before sending it, some stuff they photocopy before sending it. But I mean, who it's written to, that's not a big deal. So I habitually send letters to Becky and to Karen that have letters for other people tucked in with them.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened with Bob?
So what happened with him is they came back with a plea which he has taken. Now, the reality of his situation, his attorney even said to him as he took the plea, they gave you such a good plea because they know they've got a shoddy case. Again, this just goes to the fact that the county and the system is so corrupt.
Yeah.
The county knows that he's not guilty, so they give him a plea to get him guilty on something.
Right, exactly.
But, the danger is if he doesn't take the plea, they're going to be aggressive and he could be in a situation like me before a jury.
Right.
And they would be perfectly willing to do that to an innocent man if he doesn't take the plea. That's how they function.
Yes, right.
So he took a plea for, currently it looks like it's going to be at maximum 2.5 years, but it could get knocked down to as little as 2. The good news on that, with what he's doing, it's not like my charges where it would be what's called flat time, but he would only do 85% of it, and he's already done 11 months of that. Okay. If it gets knocked down to 2, he could be out by the middle of next spring. If it's 2.5, it would be, late summer, early fall next year that he'll get out. So he's going to do some prison time, but he's going to walk away from it without having to register, and I think without any probation either. So he basically got his life back, but to do so, he had to go lie and say I'm guilty when everybody in the room knows he's not guilty.
Yeah, right.
And the ridiculous thing that frankly every judge should be ashamed of, if I were a judge in Arizona, I would simply say I refuse to ask this question. But judges then ask people when they sign plea bargains, you're not signing this under duress, are you? And the answer is, well, of course I am. That's what the system is. The system is duress. It's not anything else.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, it's again, it's such a charade out here. It's such a complete charade. There's nothing about it anywhere in the system that is
No,
I mean, really, they should. All the prosecutors should be hung, and all of the judges should be in prison for life. That's the only thing you can say about the system. So that's what happened to Bob.
Okay.
And yet, as bad and corrupt and upsetting as it is, he's gonna wind up being out in a little less or a little more than a year.
Okay. So, okay. Well, I guess that's as good as you can do. You know, when somebody put the bullseye on you, you know. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
You have 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that's how that ended. But.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we're running out of time, so.
We are. Well, hey, it's good talking with you, Judy. I hope the job continues to go well, and I will. I'll talk to you sometime down the road.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.